Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with some more One Piece. We are here with chapter 1097, titled Ginny. And we have a reader request, Bartholomew Kuma catching salmon in the river by Takashi. Nice. Nice color, or not color page. Nice reader request, considering the current moment we are in. We are in Kuma's backstory, so awesome. Love it. And it's titled Ginny. So we are finding out who this Ginny person is. Which in the last video I did say that I'm suspecting this is going to be Jewelry Bonnie's mom, and her and that Ginny and Kuma are going to get together. That's my thing. So we shall see. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, but just we'll find out. Let me just shut up and find out. Let's find out. All right. 8 years after the God Valley incident, 30 years ago. Kumachi, I need your help. I've been coming here since your father's generation. It was such a shock when he up and vanished. Sorbet Kingdom, East Blue, or South Blue. Oh my god, not East Blue. What am I talking about? Okay, Sorbet Kingdom, South Blue. Uh, but I'm so glad to see his son growing into such a great pasture. I'm sure your parents are happy wherever they are now. It's nothing but old folks in this poor kingdom. Ah, that's so much better now. Thanks, my boy. I'm next. My back is killing me. Pasture. Bartholomew Kuma, age 17. Oh, what a blessing it is. The miracle hands. But couldn't you extend hours to the weekdays too? Absolutely not. Only on Sunday. You're asking a lot for people who aren't paying us any money. Behave, you greedy old beggars. Uh, oh no, it's Ginny the cheapskate. Shut up, this ain't a campground or a hospital. So pretty, but so foul mouthed. From what I hear, the men in town can't stop. Uh, what is that? I can't. It's like vying for her attention. There we go. Stop changing the subject. Ginny, age 21. So she is a few years older than Kuma. Okay. Um, I did not know it was by that much. Did not know it was by that much though. Um, uh, yeah. So she's 4 years older than Kuma. Okay, did not know that. Um, awesome. But then again, she's already got Kumachi. The sight of Kumachi's face makes me feel at ease. That's so sweet of you. They act this way because you spoil them, Kumachi. I'd give you as much money as I could, Kumachi, but it was already hard enough just to get by while paying the heavenly tribute. And now we've got this new king, don't we? They say that King Bikori is a cruel man with a heart of stone. If we get sick, we can't pay our share of the heavenly tribute. Um, and then he'll throw us in jail. It's a travesty, I tell you. The last geezer they tossed in a cell starved to death, I hear. Starved. He won't even pay to feed the prisoners. Stupid skin flint skin flint king. I always knew he was bad, the way he bows and scrapes uh to the celestial dragons. We have to be healthy or it's a death sentence. Well, I can help by removing any light illness or pain you're feeling. Come every Sunday. And then, thank you, Kumachi. And of course, because we know of Kuma's ability, he is siphoning out the pain of all of these elderly people. And now he is going and taking in all of their negative energy. So he goes, puts his hand in the bubble, similar to how Zoro did. Um, and we see him in pain. Ginny is crying. Every week you do this, and they have no idea how much you suffer for them. There's no other choice. That massive pain and suffering won't disappear until someone accepts it. If left untouched, it makes its way back to the original person. But more than the pain, I feel delighted to see their happiness. I'm sorry to put you through this anguish. I'll toughen up and be stronger. That's not the issue. They gave us some food, didn't they? Let's eat. Yay, food! Eat. 25 years ago. Kuma, age 22. Ginny. Let's get married, Kumachi. What? No. Why not? Marry me, damn it. You know you love me. I'll make you happy. I'm sure you would, but it's me. I'm the one who has Buccaneer blood. But my wife does not. Let her and my son go free. I don't want to bring you misery. Look, another article about the freedom fighters. They've caused protests in several countries, and now they've wanted they're wanted by authorities. Dragon, he's so cool. He must be someone's hero, I bet. One day, I want to go to sea and use my life to help others too. Are you in there? It's the lovely Ginny. We caught a huge haul today. Please take some fish. Oh, thank you. Girl. Ow, dummy. 22 years ago, disaster struck. Give your prisoners back. Help us, Kumachi. You dare defy the royal army. Who is this monstrous lug? Royal City, Sorbet Kingdom, Kuma at age 25. I'm a pastor from the church in the south. Well, father, I'm sure you've heard that the laws have changed. Now we're free to do what we want with people from the south. You're turning them into slaves. It is an unforgivable sin. And then, poof, this is a rebellion. Your Majesty, I must admit that this policy is going over poorly with the people of the realm. Don't worry. They will soon be led astray by labels and look down their noses at the south. Starting today, only the north part of the island is the actual Sorbet Kingdom. The world government determines the amount of heavenly tribune owned by the number of citizens. In other words, the South will, with all of its old people who cannot pay their tribute, should be cut loose. In doing this, so the country will be prosperous and balanced. So then we get the Oda map of the Sorbet Kingdom. We have the castle and the royal city up top, and then we see the lawless area, which is Kuma's church, and the elderly village as well. In the prison, Kuma looks down. Why are you here too? We were clamoring for help to let you go, and then they beat us to a pulp. Ginny, I'm afraid our land is turning into a place of the haves and have nots. King Bakuri uh, is a tool of the celestial dragons. This whole plan came down from someone above him. If we want to fight back, we have to take on the whole world government. Who are you people? Run, your majesty. You won't escape. You sad imitation of a celestial dragon. He makes me boil with anger. The king's given in. The enslavement policy is no more. I'm so glad. I didn't want to live like that. Through someone's interference, the Sorbet kingdom avoided disaster. This man you're infatuated with certainly is a wild one. You'll be so impressed with him, dragon. Kuma, Ginny. So you've been in prison, eh? I'm here to get you out. What? Is that you, bro? Eva. Is that? And is that? Listen up, Kuma. If you're still the same man as that boy back then, come with us and change the world. The freedom fighters led protests in countries around the world. After the arrival of the great era of piracy and the tragic fall of O'Hara, the group took arms, and with the addition of Kuma to the twin pillars of Dragon and Eva, they underwent a transformation and became the revolutionary army the world would later know and fear. We got the yeehaw from Eva, and I'm going too, says Ginny. And we see a couple other revolutionaries here. Nice. Awesome. We still lack a solid source of funds. The plan is to act like mercenaries and lend our strength to rebellious elements seeking to overthrow their kings. Those who wish to join will be taught how to use weapons and fight with them. One day, I want to raise this into a massive armed force scattered across the globe. How did you learn to use weapons, Dragon? I spent some time in the Navy. Sadly, I couldn't find any of the justice they wear on their backs. It's strange to be at odds when both the Navy and revolutionaries just want to help people. Well, I'm with you all the way, Dragon. You won't regret it. Oh, is Kumachi back? I'll return now and then. I'll return now and then. I want to make sure you're all right. Well, that's so sweet. 8 more years passed. 14 years ago in a certain country. You look happy, Jenny. Oh, is it showing? Tomorrow's the big day. We're gonna meet up with Kumachi's group, remember? I can't wait. Revolutionary Army Captain, Eastern Forces, Ginny. Wish I were Captain Kuma. He gets the affection of everyone's crush. What? Don't crush on me, you creeps. Grow up. What a mouth. Revolutionary Army Headquarters, Baltico. Dragon, come in. Dragon! Ginny's been captured. I'm sorry. The enemy caught us unawares. To be continued. Okay, so back up here. back up. Back up a second. Where did you learn to use weapons, Dragon? I spent some time in the Navy. Sadly, I couldn't find any of the justice they wear on their backs. So this was another theory on whether Dragon was a part of the Navy and the Marines and stuff like that. Um, we finally have confirmation about that. Um, so cool. I love it. I also like seeing that Ginny is a captain of the Eastern Forces of the Revolutionary Army. I love that. This is also kind of like a almost a flash forward in a way, except Dragon still looks young as well. This is also before he gets the tattoo on his face, because we finally see him with the tattoo on his face. I didn't recognize that until just now, that he didn't have the tattoo on his face quite yet, um, and all of that. But yeah, I mean, cool. I like it. So with this, let me get some time frames here. So Ginny was 21 earlier. Then we cut to Kuma at 25 or 22. So again, she is 4 years older than him. Um, there's that. Um, we got to hear he's 25. Um, so she'd be 29 at the time where he fought back when they were imprisoned. Okay, she's 29 here. And then 8 more years pass. She's 37 when we see her here at the last panel. Wait, no, maybe. There's a lot of like time jumps and flips back and forth between this, so I'm not entirely sure. Um, but I think what we're seeing here is like 30 ish for Ginny, I think. Maybe. Um, but cool to know that she's part of the Revolutionary Army. Um, and yeah, like I said, we're in the thick of the Kuma flashback and stuff like that. And now we're kind of moving from Kuma to Ginny, which again, I am assuming is Bonnie's mom. Okay, it's very obvious. She looks very similar in this picture here. To how Bonnie normally acts and stuff like that. So, and she does have characteristics from Ginny. So I'm pretty sure this is confirmed. We just haven't gotten the full confirmation of hey, Kuma and Ginny are together and stuff like that. But we can all infer that that is true, and stuff like that. So yeah. Other than that, seeing Dragon and the rest of the freedom fighters before they were revolutionaries was great. Seeing that it's because adding in Kuma um, is what made them go under a transformation into becoming the Revolutionary Army, and then Dragon's plan to scatter everybody across the globe to help out um, whenever needed. But yeah, I love this. This is great. Um, so hopefully we will find out what happened to Ginny um, in the next chapter. Because I'm sure we're gonna be still in this whole flashback thing, um, and obviously we have to, you know, cut back at some point to Egghead Island. But yeah, so since we have to see what happens, yeah, cannot wait to see what's going on next. Um, it's finally it's cool that we're finally getting information about the Revolutionary Armies, uh, or the Revolutionary Army, and the fact that they were called the Freedom Fighters, and we've learned this a little bit throughout Egghead as well from Vegapunk himself, um, and stuff like that. But like getting to see the full like Kuma flashback and seeing what how he ended up joining and all this other stuff, like all these things that happened um to get him to where he was in the Revolutionary Army and stuff like that. Um it's cool to see. Can't wait to see where that goes, obviously, because obviously we know because that's the thing is we have Oda laid the groundwork. These people have been around for a while. They've done a bunch of stuff. They've done everything. Now, we're flashing back to some of the certain events that happened that led up to where they are in the current story. So, the fact that Kuma is going on a rampage and doing all this other stuff, not entirely sure if it's just for Bonnie, if it's for Ginny, whatnot. So, who knows? Maybe Ginny's still alive. Maybe she's not. Um, and yeah, there's this whole stuff with Bonnie as well. So really just want to see what Oda is going to do with Bonnie, and stuff like that, because she is kind of she is a supernova that we have somewhat focused on a little bit here and there, but for the most part we don't know too much about her, other than now we know she is Kuma's daughter, um, as well as she's from the Sorbet Kingdom and all these other things like that. So obviously we're getting the hints and the groundwork and all this other stuff like laid out for us, and we're getting all this information in at the flashbacks, which is great. So I can't wait to see what the next chapter has in store for us, where we're going with the flashback. Hopefully we're still in it, um and yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens next. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Leave some comments down below on what you guys thought. And if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe and notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time. Ooh, I haven't done that in a while.